Hi, I'm Doug Masnaghetti and I'm doing another guitar lesson. This one is on Sugar Mountain by Neil Young. He released it in 1979 on his Live Rust album. And as usual, this video is organized. I'll do a cover and then I'll move into the lesson. You can listen to the cover, decide whether you want it, it's the version you want to learn how to play or not. And if you do, just hang around for the lesson or just fast forward to the lesson if you want. I do the cover using a 12-string guitar, but the lesson I will do on a 6-string. So you'll get to hear a little bit of how it sounds on both. Okay, that's it. Right on to the cover.
It's so noisy at the fair, but all your friends are there. And the candy floss you had, and your mother and your dad. Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the callers. You're leaving there too soon. You're leaving there too soon. There's a girl just down the aisle. Won't you turn to see her smile? Did you hear the words she wrote as you read the hidden note? Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the colored balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain. Oh, you're thinking you're leaving there too soon. You're leaving there too soon. Now you're underneath the stairs and you're giving back some glare to the people that you met. And it's your first cigarette. Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the collared balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain, though you're thinking you're leaving there too soon. There much too soon. Now you say you're leaving home 'cause you want to be alone. Ain't it funny how it feels when you're finding out it's real? Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the collared balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain, or you're thinking you're leaving there too soon. You're
Okay, so you just saw the cover to Sugar Mountain, and I would, put this at a beginner song. You can strum through it, not do, some of the noodling I do with my fingers on the chords, and it still sounds pretty good. So you can, as a beginner, you can try to learn that song, and and even as a beginner, if you're really at the early stages, just doing that slidey bit at the beginning and after the chorus is that takes a little bit of practice. So I would put this at sort of a harder beginning song. The chord progression is pretty simple. The song starts with a C-shaped chord, so just index finger on the first fret of the second string, middle finger second fret of fourth string, and ring finger third fret of fifth string, and add your pinky onto the third fret of the first string. So it's a C7, I think. So he starts out basically at the root bass chord here, and he hits it a couple of times, and he moves up to this, which would be, I guess, a D7 of some sort, and just let those open strings ring, not this guy. So those are the opening chords. The verse of the song, I'm just going to run through the chords very quickly, and then we'll come back and I'll go into some details. It just goes between G and F, and I played the G during the verse. I just play it as a regular G, a three-finger G, which is I use my middle finger on the second fret of the fifth string, ring finger on the third fret of the sixth string, and pinky on the third fret of the first string for my G, and F. You can play a fuller F if you want, but I just play it with my index finger barring the first fret of the first and second string, and my middle finger on the second fret of the third string, ring finger on the third fret of the fourth string. So and he goes back and forth a couple of times on that. And then he moves into the chorus. And when he goes into the chorus, I like to switch my G to a fuller sounding G, using my index finger on the, play a four-finger G, the index finger on the second fret of the fifth string, middle finger on the third fret of the sixth string, ring finger on the third fret of the second string, and pinky on the third fret of the first string. Nice full G. And when you go to your F, leave that pinky on the third fret of the first string. And that's really that gives you a sort of again a richer sounding F. And he bounces back between. He then drops down to a G again, and we do the full G, and then he goes to a D minor 7, which is index finger on the first string, first fret, middle finger on the second fret of the third string, and ring finger on the third fret of the second string. And really, let's see, I think that is all the chords in the song. So let's string them together real quick. So he starts out with this C7 chord. I think it's a C7, as I said. I'm not really sure. Just make sure you got that pinky up there on the first string, third fret. And so you can strum it a couple of times and then slide up. So all I'm doing there is I'm lifting my finger on and off, just rhythmically. I don't know how consistent I am in the actual pattern when I do that, and I don't think you should worry too much about that. If consistency helps, by all means adopt a particular pattern that you like and just do that one all the time if it makes it easier to play. But really, you can noodle around on the third, the fourth, and the fifth string during these chords, and just about anything sounds fine. So I start up here on this D7, and C. Pull up your ring finger and drop and move your middle finger over to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then complete a G. So it's at this point, you can either go into the chorus or the verse, either way. I think in the release version, Neil does the chorus, a round of the chorus at the very beginning of the song, and then does the first verse. I like to just go into the first verse because it's a long song, and I don't think the additional chorus at the beginning is really necessary. So again, just the intro real quick and slow. Also, hit this string, as I said. Any of these 3 strings, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th string, you can mess around with. So noodle around on that, and after you do this a few times, twice or a few, you can use this to warm up. If you're feeling nervous or something in front of the crowd, because you can just keep doing it until you're feeling comfortable, right? And then he goes into the verse, and as I said, I play it simple F and a simple G. So between the verse lines, so it's so noisy at the fair, but all your friends are there. And he hits a C chord just, I think he just does a down and an up. But I think you'll naturally figure out, how to play that in. If you tie it into your song, it's pretty hard to get it wrong. You'll get the right number of strokes. So let me. It's so noisy at the fair, but all your friends are there. I think it's 3 strokes. And then again, the candy floss you had. Now if you want, you can toggle your middle finger on and off if you want to spice it up just a little bit on the verse. Then, so candy floss you had, and your mother and your dad. See? And here's where I change. I will hit an open and then just plop down my fuller G fingering to start the chorus. So let me just do that really slowly. Sorry. All your friends are there, and the candy floss you had, and your mother and your dad. Oh, to live on. So again, I just and I use that as an opportunity to get into the fuller G. Sugar Mountain. Now here you're leaving the pinky on. You're leaving the pinky on that first string, 3rd fret, in order to beef up your F chord. So again, I don't know what is that, an F7 or something. Back to the full G, then to a D minor. So during the chorus in particular, I do like to noodle with this finger. I will pull it on and off inadvertently. I don't always do it consistently, but you'll hear it worked into the chorus. And the same thing while I'm on the F chord. But I think it sounds in particular when you're on the D7. So let me just play through the chorus very slowly, and you'll notice that I think where I do most of my noodling is on the very last part of the chorus where the D7 begins to play a dominant role. So it's G, D minor 7, I don't know, D7. Funny F chord, F7, and then to the D minor again, D7. You're leaving there too soon. To the G again. You're leaving there too soon. And then he does that again. Let me just play through the chorus one more time, because I don't know. So the finger on and off stuff that I do. So one time there, I actually just pulled my index when I was on the D7 chord here. Again, apologize, I'm not sure if that's a D7 or not. I toggled that guy instead of my middle finger. So at any rate, that is pretty much Sugar Mountain. I hope this was helpful.